Picture a distant horizon, one that calls to each of us in silent, unyielding mystery. Humanity has always looked beyond, striving for greatness and pushing against perceived limits. But where do these limits lie? Is there a boundary, an unseen wall that we as humans simply cannot surpass? Or is the capacity for growth and achievement boundless? Today, we'll explore the depths of human potential and search for the answer to a question that has fascinated philosophers, scientists, and dreamers for centuries. The history of human limits, from survival to supremacy. To understand whether human potential has a limit, we should start by looking at the journey our species has taken so far. At the dawn of humanity, we were merely a vulnerable species in a vast, dangerous world. Survival demanded every ounce of ingenuity, strength, and adaptability. Our ancestors faced hostile environments, scarcity of resources, and the constant threat of predators. Over time, however, humans transformed the world around them, rising from simple survival to complex civilization. Each leap from fire to agriculture, from the wheel to the internet, challenged what many thought possible. The Wright brothers' flight, for example, seemed impossible until the moment it took place. As humanity's journey progressed, the question arose: what else lies beyond our grasp, and how much further can we go? The physical limits. Where do we reach our peak? One way to examine human limitations is through our physical abilities. Scientists have long studied the boundaries of physical endurance and strength, seeking to understand the upper limits of what our bodies can endure. For instance, athletes push their bodies to incredible extremes, breaking records in speed, strength, and stamina. But for each record broken, a new one eventually follows, suggesting that what once seemed impossible is merely another benchmark. Take, for example, the 4-minute mile, which was once deemed unbreakable. For years, it stood as a symbol of human limitation. But in 1954, Roger Bannister achieved what was once unthinkable, completing a mile in under 4 minutes. Today, runners regularly break that barrier, and elite athletes push even further. Similarly, in extreme sports and endurance challenges, people continuously defy perceived boundaries. Marathon runners complete races in deserts and polar regions, and freedivers reach astounding depths without oxygen tanks. With each feat, we learn that physical limits are not fixed. They evolve as we discover new techniques, technology, and methods of training. The human body, it seems, adapts and grows, revealing an elasticity that defies strict limitations. Yet, there remains the ultimate question: is there a point where we will hit a true wall, an unbreakable limit that human bodies simply cannot surpass? The power of the mind, beyond the boundaries of intelligence. If physical limits are elusive, what about the potential of the human mind? The brain, with its complexity, is often considered the most powerful tool at humanity's disposal. It is responsible for creativity, abstract thought, and the ability to ponder the future. But can the human mind grow indefinitely? Or does it too face insurmountable boundaries? Consider the advancements in cognitive science, which show that the brain has a remarkable ability to adapt and rewire itself, a phenomenon known as neuroplasticity. People who lose certain abilities due to injury or illness often learn to compensate by developing new skills. Studies have shown that with training, individuals can improve memory, expand mental capacity, and even develop skills that were previously thought to be outside the realm of possibility. But even here, there are questions. Scientists wonder if there is an upper limit to cognitive capacity. Could we ever truly understand the secrets of the universe, or is there a ceiling to our intellectual potential? While technology like artificial intelligence enhances our abilities, there remains the question of whether our minds can evolve further or if we're bound to the cognitive limitations of our biology. The emotional spectrum. How deep can we feel? Beyond physical and intellectual boundaries, we must also consider the emotional and psychological limits of human experience. Emotions are a fundamental part of being human, shaping our actions, beliefs, and desires. Can humans continuously expand their emotional range, or is there a set capacity for empathy, love, and resilience? Throughout history, people have shown an extraordinary ability to endure hardship and overcome adversity. Figures like Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, and Viktor Frankl demonstrated resilience that many would have thought impossible. These individuals harnessed inner strength that allowed them to transcend unimaginable suffering. This suggests that the human capacity for resilience, empathy, and forgiveness may extend far beyond what we perceive. Psychologists have studied the concept of emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage emotions both in ourselves and others. Like physical strength or intellectual agility, emotional intelligence can be developed and refined. Individuals can increase their empathy, patience, and ability to connect with others. But even here, questions arise. Are there upper bounds to emotional experience? Could humans ever reach a point of infinite compassion or unending resilience? And if so, what would that mean for our relationships, societies, and self-understanding? The role of technology, enhancing or replacing human capability. In recent decades, technology has dramatically altered the landscape of human potential. Machines now handle tasks once reserved for the most skilled minds, and artificial intelligence is beginning to rival human intelligence in areas like data processing and analysis. Technology is no longer a mere tool. It has become an extension of our capabilities. Some argue that with the help of technology, humans could theoretically overcome many limitations. Brain-computer interfaces, for example, may allow people to access knowledge and skills instantly, while genetic engineering could potentially enhance physical and cognitive abilities. In this scenario, humanity's potential seems limitless, as technology fills the gaps in our abilities. However, this raises an intriguing philosophical question. Does surpassing human limits with technology represent true growth, or does it fundamentally change what it means to be human? Are we expanding our potential or merely outsourcing it to machines? The reliance on technology could suggest that our true limits lie within, and technology merely disguises them. The psychological ceiling, self-imposed limits. Interestingly, one of the most significant barriers to human potential may not be physical or biological, but psychological. Our beliefs, fears, and perceptions shape our understanding of what is possible. Self-doubt, for example, can limit our actions long before we reach the actual limits of our abilities. Conversely, those who believe in their potential often push further, break barriers, and achieve what others consider impossible. This phenomenon, known as the placebo effect, suggests that belief itself can alter outcomes. In medical trials, patients who believe they are receiving treatment often experience improvements, even when they've received a placebo. Similarly, athletes and performers who harness a positive mindset frequently achieve greater success, demonstrating that psychological factors play a vital role in determining human capability. If psychological limits are self-imposed, does that mean we can continuously expand our potential by changing our beliefs? And if so, how far can we go? Is it possible that the ultimate limit of human capability lies within our minds, bound only by what we believe is possible? The unknown potential. Discoveries yet to come at the journey of exploring human potential is still in its early stages. Science and philosophy alike have yet to uncover the full extent of what humans are capable of achieving. New frontiers, such as space exploration, quantum computing, and the mysteries of consciousness, hint at realms of understanding that may radically expand our concept of what's possible. Take, for example, the study of altered states of consciousness. Meditation, certain psychedelics, and other practices have allowed people to reach profound states of insight, peace, and understanding. Could these states unlock new levels of awareness, creativity, or intelligence? Or are they merely glimpses into parts of our minds that we have yet to fully comprehend? Some speculate that there could be latent abilities within us, waiting to be unlocked. Ancient texts often reference remarkable feats of endurance, memory, or insight. Modern science has occasionally stumbled upon individuals with exceptional abilities, such as photographic memory, heightened sensory perception, or mathematical genius. These rare cases suggest that the boundaries of human potential may be far wider than we currently understand. The final question: is there truly a limit? So, is there a limit to human capabilities? The answer may depend on how we choose to define our limits. On one hand, the human body and mind have observable thresholds, points beyond which we cannot yet push. But on the other, history shows that these thresholds shift as our understanding and belief in what is possible evolve. In a world where science continues to advance, technology opens new doors, and human belief breaks through psychological barriers, it's tempting to think that human potential could be limitless. Yet there is also a mystery here, a profound, perhaps sacred boundary that we may never fully understand. Maybe the true answer lies not in surpassing every limit, but in the very pursuit of doing so. The act of pushing, striving, and believing in our own potential may be the ultimate expression of what it means to be human. After all, perhaps it's not about the limits we break, but the journey itself, one that reveals, time and time again, the extraordinary capacity of the human spirit. And so the question remains open, urging us to explore further, to push against our limits and see just how far we can go. Whether we reach the boundary or transcend it, the pursuit of possibility remains humanity's greatest adventure.